everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. Today I'm going to do an unboxing of Super Dungeon Explorer Forgotten King by Soda Pop Miniatures and Ninja Division. This is also a big giant box, the kind I really like to do an unboxing of. So let's not wait any longer and have a look at what is inside. Okay, so here we go. Super Dungeon Explorer Forgotten King. Alright, so first of all, the booklets. This is the booklet for Classic Mode, because this game has two gameplays, Arcade Mode and Classic Mode. And these books are full of great artwork. There's a table of contents, all the components that you need to play, and the rules, of course. So there's in all 34 pages with a reference sheet at the back for Classic Mode, and Arcade Mode is, I think, equally. I think it's even bigger. It's 42 pages. Also, of course, with a table of contents, great artwork, what you need to play, and all the rules explained, some examples. Very well done, these books. I like them. They're very colorful, they're thick and sturdy, and yeah, reference sheet on the back. And there's an Explorer's Handbook, third booklet with the map of the world on the back. And this is 22 pages, and this is all sort of background stories about the game and about the characters and about the history to get you in the role-playing mood. So that's a nice touch, And there's a leaflet with quick start rules that you can use as a reference. There's also a leaflet in the box with other Ninja Division games, Ninja All-Stars, this game, and the expansions that you can get for it, and some more games. Then there's the punch boards with all the cardboard tokens. It's I'd say about 2 millimeters thick. And well, very colorful. I always like these very bright and colorful tokens. It's one of the reasons why I got Super Dungeon Explorer in the first place. So there's one sheet of these tokens and another sheet full of tokens, and then the tiles. Let's see, we've got 6 tiles in all, double-sided. So let's have a quick look at all of them. These look like an inside and an outside scenery. And the last one. Okay, so these look very nice, very bright. And then there's, let's start with the cards. I already unwrapped them just to make it a bit easier. So these are all treasure cards, blue treasure cards. And these are the cards of the heroes you can play, with all their stats on them, so you can pick one and then play with them. And what you do is you put them on the table and then you can get items that can enhance your characters, and you put the blue ones at the bottom where the blue dot is, and these are all kinds of different items that you can find. And there's yellow ones, and those go to the left on the yellow dot like that. All sorts of items as well. Those are mainly weapons or arm guards. And there's red items, things that you can carry on your head or around your neck, or something like a helmet. So you've guessed it, that goes on top of your character. And on the right you can carry a chainmail harness or a cloak, brass knuckles, boots, gloves, and an arcane tome. And that goes on the right. So those are the blue treasure cards, and there's also red treasure cards, as you can see. And these have cards for all the pets that are in the game, which we will see later. There's a piglet, a goat, a dragonling, a rooster, a cat, and a dog. So those are the pets you can find, but you can also find less savory characters. You can find the booty biter, which is a kind of a mimic, this treasure chest that leaps up and bites you. Another one. But there are also more weapons, like the blue ones, only these are more powerful, it seems. And this is an item unique to this character. Okay, more of those. Some very nice artwork. Okay, so those are the red loot cards. Okay, what have we next? These are tile effects. Let's go through those first. Okay, so some of these tiles have certain effects that influence the game. And this is, the explanation of what that does. So those can come into play as well. Alright. Then there's the arcade mode cards. These are purple, just like the booklet. And the classic mode cards are green. And they basically have the same creatures, as you can see, just with different stats, and they work differently because of the different game mode. So we'll just go through those quickly. So all the monsters are represented by a card in both the game modes, and they explain how you play them. See on the back there's some extra information. Okay, and there's a deck of smaller cards. I already put them in the Ziploc bag, but they come, of course, in shrink wrap. So here are the arcade mode monster reference cards. Oh no, what does this do? Wrath, hero activity. Mighty monster and Wrath. I guess each of the players gets one of these as a reference. Okay, what do we have here? Classic mode monster reference card. A card for the Forgotten King himself. These are cards for the pets. Again, each pet has their own card. And then there are more green and purple cards which go with the classic mode and the arcade mode. Okay, and these seem to be well, traps. Yeah, okay, these seem to be effects that can happen. So this deck is used with classic mode, and this deck is used with arcade mode. So this tells you what the creatures will do on their turn, apparently. Yep. Okay, so those are all the cards. What else do we have? We have these dice. I love shiny dice, and these are translucent dice with nice images on them. Let's have a closer look. There's a green one. I think there was another one. Yes, over here. Two green ones that have all these stars on their sides, and one side has a heart and a potion icon. Two of those. Then there's red dice with also a potion and some stars, but also a blank side. There's 6 of those. And then these 8 blue dice, which have the heart symbol and also some stars, but a lot less it seems. Okay, right, let's have a look at the minis. Okay, so the minis are all in this cardboard box over here. Let's quickly take that out, put this over here. And that's quite tightly packed box. It has all these bags in it. Now I've already cut them open so I can show them to you more easily. But I'll just take out all the bags first, and then I'll show you a close-up shot of all the figures themselves. So that's a bag of these creatures over here. A bag with your pets and chests and stuff. Another bag with plant-like monsters. Another bag with these rabbit squirrels. And a bag with huge, bigger monsters. And let's have a closer look at those next. Okay, so I've opened the baggies with miniatures. And one thing I want to show you right up front is that you can see this guy, this huge bunny, has his axe warped quite badly. It's quite a thin pole and a huge axe on the end. So after having been packed in that bag with all those other miniatures quite tightly in the cardboard box, it's been bent. Now, I did a little trick to straighten it out. Most people already know this, but if you dunk your miniature into boiling hot water, don't keep it boiling, just pour it into something in a bowl and then dip your miniature in safely, keep your hands out, then it will soften up and straighten out, and then you put it in cold water again and it will become hard again. So I'll show you that in a second. Okay, hot water, cold water. So this is what you do. Just hold it in for a few seconds. You can see how the axe is already moving. See how it's straightened out, but still soft now. So then you dunk it in cold water. Just let it cool. And there you have it. Fixed. Okay, so first there's these 6 little squirrely guys. You can see 6 of those in the game. And then there's a lot more small plant-like creatures. There's this little guy over here. Looks like a turnip or something. There's 2 of these. There's 6 of these guys. And there's another 2 of these carrot wielding plant guys. Oh. And there's a big giant man-eating plant as well. Little Shop of Horrors. There's 3 of these little bitey treasure chests. Next, there's a lot of these little duck guys in here. There's 4 of these sculpts with the axe. And 4 more holding it up. And there you go. There's 2 of these strange looking armors covered in plants. They might be spawn points, I'm not sure, and 2 of these as well. And there's 4 of these small creatures on top of a bird playing joust. Oh, they're frogs, if I recall correctly. Next are the heroes, which I'm going to show you one by one because they are so cool to see. But first there's these treasure chests. There's 2 of these. And 2 other ones over there and a slightly bigger one over here. So on to the heroes. Well, let's start with pets first. We've seen the cards. These are the miniatures that go with them. So there's the little goat, the rooster with the eye patch, the dragonling, the pig with the helmet, the little doggy, and the cat. Then the heroes. Here's the little elf with the Zelda-like hat. This dark-looking crossbow dude. Next we have a steampunk lady with her top hat and goggles, and a questing knight, heroic looking guy with a big lance charging at the enemy. And finally, one I particularly like, this big centaur girl. Very cool model. And finally, there are 5 more models in the box, huge ones. There's 2 of these big executor looking axe wielding bunnies, muscular bunnies, rather large as you can see. There's this big tree-like guy, and he looks great, so detailed. There's this big angry looking bear. And finally, of course, the Forgotten King himself. And as you can see, these are large models. They're as big as my hand. And there you have it, all the models in Super Dungeon Explorer Forgotten King. Well, that was the unboxing of Super Dungeon Explorer Forgotten King. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time on Board Game Heaven.